On our way back home to Virginia and a stop in Ohio, I found a guy on Facebook Marketplace selling this all old school Disney collection here. Everything supposedly from the 80s. He says it was his grandfather who passed away and they were just going through a storage unit having to clear stuff out. So I have no idea what was in here. I bought it pretty much blind. I could only see a couple things and looked them up and they were of high value. Let's go through all these totes and see how we did. Let's start with this white banker's box here. I'm just gonna pull stuff out of it and put it on here and see if we can judge its age. Well, this definitely looks old. It looks like it's got a string to it, so I'm assuming it's something you pull and the balls pop or something. Yeah, see, as you pull it, the balls pop on there. Does it have a date on it? No, but it definitely checks out. From what I can see, it definitely looks old, at least 80s if I had to guess. If anyone recognizes it, definitely let me know down in the comments. Let's put that over here. So this first box we're going through has a lot of the bigger items in it, and then the other box has a lot of the smaller little items in there. Well, that came off. But this is a really old Disney clock for sure. Well, it looks like this comes off. Okay, it does. It just comes off. That is old here. It almost looks like it's meant to mimic a watch. Like it's got these two little pieces there, but definitely an old Disney clock there. Happy 50 years. What year was Disney's 50-year anniversary? That'll kind of let us age that. I mean, based off of this thing and this label, definitely looks super old, 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot this one over here. Let's pull out something else big. Okay, this looks cool. Check out this like vinyl Mickey Mouse here. It's got like a little sports jacket on. Huh, that is cool. Nothing seems to have a date on it though. It does, again, it does say Disney on it though. It just has the Disney copyright on it, but definitely looks like it'd be from the 80s or older. Again, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Let's keep, there's only a few more things in this box because this box has the bigger items like I said. This one's actually like ceramic. That one back there is more rubber. This one's a ceramic Disney. Look at that. This is not even like, you could tell this isn't even machine done. So the little Walt Disney in his head there, that's cool. And the fact that it actually says Walt Disney instead of Disney makes me think it could be older because I find a lot of Disney stuff and I don't usually see that. So it looks like it was done by, this name in here is Melissa Lowe. I don't know if that was like the artist or the sculptor who did that, but definitely interesting. Let's keep going in this box here. This is like a Mickey Mouse little jar. You can just tell, I can't point out what it is, but you can just tell when you're looking at old Mickey versus new Mickey. This is definitely old Mickey when you look at his face. Like, look at this right here. You can see everything's like hand put in the clay or whatever it is. So definitely a cool piece. I don't know if this jar is the jar that goes with it. To me, the jar looks a lot newer than Mickey, but we'll scoot it over here just for now. And look at this. This looks even older than the 80s. That right there, you see Mickey in the middle? I would say, if I had to guess, that looks older than the 80s, but somehow he stays balanced while the wheel spins, which is kind of cool. There he is in there. On his back, it does say Walt Disney Productions too. It's really hard to see on the camera, but right there, it's the copyright symbol, Walt Disney Productions. That's a pretty cool little piece. Some of these old Disney stuff is crazy valuable. And the last thing in this box here is this little ornament here. This, I don't even know what you'd call this. It looks like the paint came off. This definitely looks a lot older than 80s. If this is like something that was actually commercially manufactured, I would guess this is more like 60s or 50s even. But super cool piece. Let's put that over here, and I'm gonna move this white box out of the way, and I'm gonna go into the big tote, which has a lot of little tiny pieces in it. So this is where I think we're gonna make a bulk of the money at. Look at this Donald Duck first off. This Donald Duck's he does have a tag. Let's see. Mickey, all new material. It doesn't have a date on it though, but he does have a tag, but you can just tell by looking at him, that is old. Super cool, super cool. Let's put him over here. Let's see what's in this baggie here. It looks like we have some type of collectible plate that even has like a certificate of authenticity with it. So let's get it out of here. Robert Fort or something is what it says. So the New England Collector Society Disney plate. There's a certificate with it. Oh, it's got Mickey Mouse with the red, white, and blue hat and pants on. This is pretty sick. By the way, guys, we have a lot more to go through in this tote, but everything you're seeing is going to be for sale on our Whatnot tonight, April 14th, 6 p.m. Eastern time in just a few hours. So make sure you get over there. Get over there, get over there. Look at this old Walt Disney. This is actually tin, this plate too. Definitely old Mickey again. Like I said earlier, you can tell that's old Mickey. Why can I tell? I'm not sure, but I can just tell. And if you haven't signed up for Whatnot, guys, I'm going to quickly put a QR code on the screen and also put a link at the bottom. Use either of those to sign up and you'll get 15 bucks because we start all of our lots at $1 and all of this vintage Disney is going up tonight in just a few hours. This says preschool time, or toy, sorry, Walt Disney Productions. So it looks like maybe his feet and hands cover his face and stuff. So This is maybe supposed to whine. Let's see. I don't know what it does. Oh, it's a music box. Oh, look. He covers his eyes. I don't want to keep doing it because it's going to make a bunch of music. I can't believe that still works. As old as this thing is, that still works that good. That's definitely a cool little piece there. Let's keep going. This is just ceramic Minnie Mouse on both sides. It's actually a Pepsi collector series. That should make it more valuable because Pepsi's far better than Coca-Cola. We all know that. Let's set that one over here. Let's go to the next piece in here. We got a couple more glasses. And this one here is just Mickey. Oh, look, it's actually got Mickey on the inside. That's cool the way that's done. That little music box is still going, huh? This looks like a Hollywood, Disney World, something you probably picked up at one of the amusement parks if I had to take a guess. Right there. And look at this little Snow White. What is this? Like just a little bottle. It says Walt Disney Collection. It actually has a cork top in it, which is pretty cool. Definitely looks like an older piece. It almost looks like it could be one of those. I found something similar to this, more modern, that was made by Lenox, and it was a lot of Disney characters, and it had this gold outline like that. So it almost looks like it could be an older Lenox piece, but it doesn't have a marking on it, so I can't confirm. This right here, look at this old Donald Duck bank. That is cool. Walt Disney Productions, it doesn't have to stop. 99% of the time, you guys know the watch us, we buy storage units. We always find these. They never have this, ever. Like, let's say 1 in 10 have the plug. But nothing a piece of duct tape can't solve. So we got Donald right there. And then we got a really old Disneyland little coffee mug. This one's actually plastic though. We have Dumbo, Donald, it's the Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey and Minnie. No date though, it just says Walt Disney Productions. It's kind of bothering me that nothing has a date on it. I just want to see one date so I can kind of get an idea if this stuff is actually 80s, older, newer, or what. So here's a Donald Duck. I don't think it's actually a bank. It's just like a vinyl little toy here. No, actually, that does have a date on it. Here it is. This one's from 1978, so this is actually pre-80, so this is from the 70s. A lot of this stuff I think is also going to be from the 70s, which is why I really wanted to buy it. You could tell, like, when I saw the ad, it was basically just a huge picture. You couldn't really zoom in particular and see anything. I could only see a couple things I looked up that were valuable. Everything else, we just went for it blind. Look at this. But you could just tell it was old. That's cool. Oh, it's a water gun. Like, you put water in him right there. Maybe does he squirt somewhere? Probably out his mouth. No, he doesn't have a hole in his mouth. I would think he squirted out of his mouth, but he doesn't, huh? It's definitely something to do with the water, though. Let's put him over there. Cool little guy there. Let's see what this is. This is actually in styrofoam here. Animated classic salt and pepper shaker. See, these are Lenox right here. Let's get this out of here and pull and see what they look like. Ooh, these are going to be good. Is that a COA or just protection paper? No, it is. Look at that. Animated classic salt and pepper shakers from Mickey Mouse, I'm guessing. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, look at these. Those are super high quality, high done. I bet you these are very expensive on their own. Most things Lenox are expensive in general, but vintage and Disney and Lenox, I bet you this is a very expensive thing. All these, like I said, every little thing, some things are going to be in lots with other items, but stuff like this, all going to be on Whatnot tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time, and we start them all at $1. We're going to start that at $1, so hopefully somebody gets a good deal. Let's see this right here. Is there something wrapped up in there? No, just paper. This looks like another glass jar or glass cup you pick up at like one of the amusement parks and stuff. On the bottom, you can see the castle logo, but I don't see a date in particular, so still a cool little piece. All right, there's a lot in here. This is really cool. If you're a Disney fan, I hope you're enjoying this. Check this out. This is, I don't even know what it's made of. It feels ceramic. It looks like it's another bank. Missing the plug again, but that's okay. Piece of duct tape, like I always say. But the age on that's got to be at least, I would say it almost looks like it's 60s. This is actually made in Japan. You see the little golden sticker at the bottom. This is from Japan, so that actually could be very, very valuable there. Let's see here. We got another little vinyl Mickey here. This one's squishy. Oh, he squeaks. Squeaky Mickey. Does he have a date on him? He's from, again, 1978 is what the date is on this guy. So that's a cool little Mickey Mouse right here. Lots of vintage cool pieces here. This is going to be fun. We barely made a dent in this tote. We have a lot to go through. I'm going to open up this bag really quick and pull these pieces out individually. Let me see. All right. So it looks like we got us a little snow globe. First, look at that Wizard Mickey in there. The fact that this is wood and not plastic makes me think it's definitely an older one. Let's see. The first limited edition Crystal Snow Globe Mickey Mouse. Definitely looks really old. I wish I could date it for sure, but the fact that it's the first one, that tells me a lot. Let's see, let's pull out the next piece. Look at this, a little Mickey and Minnie Disney clock here. Look at the back. The back just screams vintage. You can just look at just that and tell how old that thing is. Definitely a cool little piece. Let's stick it over here. I think I'm gonna run out of room in my light box here. Then we got, look at this little Minnie here. Does she have a date on her? Walt Disney Company? No, but it looks about the same age as those. I would guess late 70s again. I'm just gonna stick her in this cup. You can go in there, Minnie. One more thing in this little bag, and then the tote is still packed full. This is a baby Mickey Mouse here in like a see-through clear egg. Does it open? Maybe not. I don't know if it's just like, you can see it's a crack down the middle, like a designed crack. I don't know if that's just how it was made or that's supposed to open, but just in case, I don't want to risk damaging it, I'll leave it shut and put it there. Then we got another older cup here, Walt Disney Productions. We got Donald, Minnie, Mickey. Look at the handle, that's pretty cool. Definitely old vintage piece there. By the way, guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel here, this is our second channel, the Jebus family. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers on this channel, so over half of you watching aren't subscribed, so hit that subscribe button for us. Help us get to that 100K mark. This is a Play School baby. It just says Walt Disney Company. It doesn't have a date again, but I can bet you this Minnie is, again, 70s at least, if not older. What is this? Is this an actual bottle? This looks like an old baby bottle, huh? Whoa. That's super cool and old. I wonder, no date again, but it was made in Ohio. So the fact that it was actually made in the USA, oh, there it is. It's 1984 is what it says on that. That actually looks older than some of the other stuff that's from the 70s. So that's just a cool piece. Let's get that out the way. Oh my gosh, look at this Donald right here. Walt Disney Productions on the head. That is a super cool little old school duck right there. Let's put him over there. What else can we pull out of here? This is a very old school Minnie Mouse bank. Oh, we actually have the plug. There's my 1 in 10 right there. It doesn't happen very often. Walt Disney Productions, made in Korea, actually. A vintage Minnie Mouse bank. Super cool. This is a really cool collection. I'm not even that big of a Disney person, but I know a lot of people are. And the fact that it was all vintage and old, I just went for it. Are these like dominoes? I think these might be dominoes with the Disney characters instead of the numbers on them. That's my only guess, would be dominoes, but if anyone else has another idea, let me know in the comment section. Let's see what else I can pull out. This little guy, that's a Goofy. It looks like Kellogg's, came in the cereal boxes back in the day. Definitely cool little piece. Put Goofy over there. This is a ceramic Mickey right here. His paint's coming off because he's old again. He's got the Japan sticker, so he was made in Japan. I can't quite, his stamp there is really worn because of age, but definitely older. So let's set this one over here. Let's go in a little deeper. There's a whole bag of like rubber figures here. Look at this. I'm just gonna open this up and then we're gonna take a look at some of these. I bet you some of these are valuable. When I see old toys, I just, for some reason in my head, think rubber. Just a lot of them like that. Like look at this Mickey, for example. His hands bend, his arms bend, his legs bend. He's from, again, it just says Disney. It doesn't have a date on him, but I would guess, again, at least 70s. Here's another Mickey like that too. Bendy arms, bendy legs. Definitely old piece. It just says the Walt Disney Company again. Super cool. Let's see. Why does this Mickey look so tall and thin? Like, look at him. That don't look like Mickey Mouse. Mickey's been on diet there. Let's see. Walt Disney Productions, made in Hong Kong. So it doesn't say when it was made, but again, he's all bendy. Super cool. I don't know if these are all like bendy like that. We got, I think, Daisy. Is that Daisy? I don't know about the duck. I forgot. And Minnie here. There we go. These two. These aren't the same necessarily. They're slightly different. They're not as bendy. Then we got the dog Pluto, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. With like a little hat on right here, his tongue out. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Let's dig in here a little more. Whoa. Look at this. It looks like a kid version of Donald Duck or something. A Dewey Duck. Is that his name? Oh, his hat. That might give it away right there. Let's see. Does it have a date on it? No, it doesn't have a date down there, but definitely a cool one. Let's scoot that over here. Wow, this Goofy here. This is actually a metal car with Goofy in it. You can tell how old this is just by looking at it. I would bet you that's 60s. Oh, nope, 1979 actually. It's from the 70s. Super cool. Super cool. Let's pull out a couple more pieces here. This bag just keeps giving. We got another bendy Mickey here dressed up. And then we got a little ceramic Donald Duck here. This one actually has the Japan stamp as well, so probably made in Japan. Let's scoot him over there. Let's see what else I can pull out of this bag here. We got, oh my gosh, what is this guy's name? Oh, I can't think of it, but this might be a set with the Goofy one we pulled out earlier. 1979, yeah. I think this is going to be like a little set. They're Matchbox cars. So him and the Goofy, yeah, these two right here, you can tell by looking at the vehicles. They're very similar. Let's put them there. And then we got Mickey Mouse here, dressed up like our man Uncle Sam. Cool little one right here. It's it says 35 on it. There's no way he was made in 1935, I wouldn't think. Let's see. Whoa, look at this. It's a pocket watch? Look at this. I thought this was just an actual pocket watch. It was laying in the box like this. And then you pull it over. It's actually like Mickey putting a sock on the top of the pocket watch. That's really weird and unique right there. Definitely something I've never seen before. Let's put that one over here. Let's go back in the bag and pull out a couple other things. Then we have this one. This has got the duck in the police car. Is that one from the same year, 79? Yep, 79. So I think we're going to have a whole little set of Matchbox cars here. We'll probably put them together as a lot. Here's Donald Duck in a boat right here. Scoot that one over here. What else do we have buried in this bag? I still feel like I haven't even made a dent in this bag right now. I'm pulling out a lot more things. Give me a second. A little tiny car here, but it's the same color scheme. This one's actually made in England, it says. Huh, made in England. That's interesting. I don't even know if this is necessarily Disney or this just kind of fell in here accidentally. I don't know if that's Disney. Somebody let me know. We got Minnie here and we got Mickey here. This guy, no dates, but again, super vintage, super vintage. Let's go, let's mix it up and go out of the bag. Whoa, look at the size of this Mickey head right here. So his head does, oh, he pulls. You think he still talks? I doubt it. This is Mattel from 1976. So this one's almost 50 years old. Let's see. Wow, it still works. Hold on, what did he say? I mean, it's a little warped, but given its age, I can't believe it actually still works. That's a cool little piece for sure. Let's pull a couple more things out. We got, okay, I don't think this one's Disney either. I think a couple maybe cars just kind of fell in there. It just says, this just says made in China. I think that's just a little Matchbox car. This one right here, we got Minnie with the guitar. This one's super old. No, actually, it's from 1986. So not as old as I thought it was gonna be, but still super cool. Let's see, we got a couple little figures here. There is Mickey jumping, and then we got Minnie as a cheerleader right here. These two look similar. I'm gonna guess they're some type of set. Put them together. And then we got Scrooge Duck with the money bag, and then another random car, which I'm gonna assume again isn't Disney, just kind of accidentally made its way into this bag. Let's keep going. What is this one? Whoa, this is an old Mickey here. Look at that guy. Let's see, does it have a date on it? Not that I saw, 1978 on this Mickey right here. That's pretty cool. This is, oh, it's the same one, ain't it? There's two of these. Yeah, I didn't even realize we have two of them. That's cool. That's cool. A lot of cool stuff in this collection. I feel like usually a lot of Disney stuff I find is modern. To see all this cool vintage stuff, it's like a time capsule for sure. This is super cool. A little Minnie right here. I'm just gonna put her over here. Oh, I just triggered the music box again. Look at this table filling up really quick. There's a Minnie again. I'm gonna guess this is 1979 to go with the other set. Yep, 1979 right here. It goes with this one. Then this is another little Scrooge Duck with the money bag. We're almost through the little bag. We still have quite a bit in the tote though. There's another little Minnie holding a flower pot right there. And then we got, check this out, the duck on top of this thing. It actually does something. Let's see what it does. What does it do? Oh, it's got wheels. It drives. I didn't even realize there's wheels on the bottom. It's from Burger King apparently at some point. I don't know when, but that came from Burger King. And then we got a couple more things, two more things in the white bag or the see-through bag. Then we're gonna finish the tote. Here's a Donald Duck, little car, I guess 79 again. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a whole little set over here. Then this little duck right here, really tiny, really tiny. That's the whole bag actually. Now we'll go back to the tote. Another vintage Mickey right here. Walt Disney Productions. Wow, that looks so old. That's so cool though, that's so cool. Let's see, we got our first big plush of Mickey here. As you can see, this one is Wizard Mickey. He's really big. I can't really fit him in frame. I'm trying to see if he has a tag anywhere. But you can see him right here. He's got a wand. He's got his little wizard hat. I don't see a tag on him anywhere. So, not 100% sure on his age. Definitely looks older. Put him back there. Speaking of age, let's pull this camera back a little bit. look at some of these Mickeys like this. That is cool. He's actually got a hard body. Like his body is not plush. It's really hard, just like his head. So that's pretty cool, Mickey too. Definitely got some age to him. Let's get him up here. Get back there, buddy. Thank you. Let's go to a couple of smaller ones. It makes my life easier. Like this little Mickey Mouse with the blocks. That's cool. Does he have a date on him? 1984 is what it says. Yeah, 1984. That's pretty cool. Scoot that one over here. And then we got, let's see, another little Mini right here. Mini is sitting on the ground. Definitely an older one right there. Let's see, I've grabbed a little pair here. These two are sitting together. They look similar. Actually, one looks like a baby Mickey, and one just looks like a normal Mickey. So they don't have dates. This one has a date from 1984. This one doesn't have a date. So super cool little pieces. We're almost done with all the little stuff, and then there's some bigger ones. So then we got, like, looks like a scuba Mickey. Looks like he's got scuba gear on there. Cool little piece. This one here is one of the McDonald's toys, it looks like. Mickey Mouse inside there. And then we have here another plush, old plush. Mickey's nose is kind of not all the way attached. This is actually Minnie. I see the bow on her head, but she's missing a shirt or something. Disneyland tag right here. Doesn't have a date on it, but definitely an older one. Just gonna go ahead and toss her back there. This one is, well, another hard-bodied Mickey. Like this Mickey's just like the other one. It's like really hard, but he doesn't have no clothes on besides his shoes and just an all-black suit. Let's see his tag right here. So look at just his tag. You can just get the age by just looking at his tag. It just looks so old school right there. Definitely a super cool piece. Just gonna set that back there as well. Now we got this Mini. Actually has a Mickey pin. The pin itself could be valuable, not even including the doll. The doll itself obviously has got some age to it, but the tag is so old and worn you can't even make out any words on it. So no idea how old that one is, but definitely a cool little plush. Let's toss it on the side. We got little waving Mickey right here. This guy got a date on him? No, not that I see. It just has the Walt Disney stamp. This is a lot, man. This is a really good collection. I didn't realize how much stuff we got in this because I just saw the totes. Look at the age of this Mini right here. There's no way she's not at least 60s, I would guess. Walt Disney Productions. Let's see. Doesn't say handcrafted by California Stuffed Toys Los Angeles is all the tag says, but I would guess she's probably from the 60s. Guys, tell me what you think in the comments too. Put her back there. And then we got, this one looks somewhat more modern. It's actually got a weird tag. The tag's like in a case here. It's got a little Minnie Mouse tag, but for some reason, like I said, they put it in a case. I don't know if they did that or it came like that, but cool little Mini. Then the last thing we have in this collection is this super, I'm gonna scoot this camera back a little bit, this nice cookie jar in the box. Check this out. You see this? Mickey Mouse and Company, Mickey Mouse ceramic cookie jar. This thing is the biggest piece by far, and the fact that it actually has its original box is super cool. Wow, what a cool haul, guys. Again, all this stuff's gonna be up for sale tonight on Whatnot, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully we see you there. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace out.